5 things that I wanted to highlight that you could consider if you're looking to do a landscape renovation and you're like, whoa, it costs a lot of money, because at the end of the day, sometimes they do. I want to talk about landscaping on a budget. This client in particular really had a tight budget, so there's a few things that we did to help her out. One of the most affordable materials you can use in a landscape is decomposed granite. So depending on where you are, they're going to have different varieties of materials available, but here in Southern California, this is a highly available product that doesn't cost a lot of money, and you might choose to upgrade, or I shouldn't say upgrade, it's just a different choice to have it stabilized or not stabilized, which basically means they put some sort of binder in it. Usually it's something organic, like a corn gluten, I believe they call it. I'll have to verify that. But there's different ways that they bind it, and that makes it harder and makes it more like, I don't want to say concrete because that's too much, but it makes it more of a stable product, where this is a little bit softer without the stabilization. Another thing that you can do is use materials you might already have in the landscape. So this client in particular had existing boulders that we were able to recycle and repurpose, and now there's these beautiful accents that she didn't have to pay any more for or pay to dispose. Not that I recommend disposing these, but sometimes when people can't get rid of things, they go in the dump. This cobble here in particular, she had some of this existing on her property. In Southern California, in certain areas, it's very, very rocky when you put your shovel into the ground, and so collecting these, washing them, and recycling them is a good idea. We didn't have enough to complete this full 2-foot border, and so we went ahead and ordered some Mission cobble. Now we got it at Southwest Boulder and Stone, but different stone yards are going to have different gravel available. So this is one of the more affordable gravels because it's very common to this area, but they do have in their notes that it's very common to have many broken pieces. So if this is going to bother you to have this, then this is not the gravel for you. However, it doesn't bother me, and if you're really picky, you could just flip them over. The other thing you can do is cover your landscape in mulch. Mulch is extremely affordable in terms of square footage and coverage, and this is going to really help suppress weeds, especially if you've had an unkempt yard for a long time. You're going to want to come through and cover it with a nice thick layer of mulch. Now you still might get weeds that come through this, but the first few months after you re-landscape, you really want to keep an eye out for where those weeds are coming and get rid of them right away, so they're not throwing new seeds, new weed seeds on top of your mulch. So overall, 3 inches is nice, but if you can get up to 6 inches somewhere like that, that's great. If you can cover your landscape with that thick of mulch, but typically we're looking at 3 to 4 inches is pretty standard. So that's a great way to affordably re-landscape your yard because square footage and costs are on the lower end. Another place that you can save in doing a landscape renovation is reducing your planter container size. So this helps reduce costs in 2 ways. One, the plant cost is less in a smaller container, but also the labor cost goes down as well, because a 15-gallon is going to take more effort for somebody to put in place. There's more soil removed, and then also the cost of the plant is increased as well when you have a bigger plant. So normally I would probably put these in 15 gallons because this plant grows a little bit slower. However, our budget dictated that we were going to put in 5 gallons, and they're going to grow in beautifully. You just got to wait a little longer, and sometimes that's okay. The last suggestion I have is don't overplant. It's really easy to do because we get excited about all the beautiful plants and we want to stuff them in our yards, but have an idea of how big your plants get and make sure that you're not planting them in a way that they're going to be overlapping each other, because it's just a waste of money unless you were trying to plant a jungle. So for example, I expect this to spread about 3 feet or so. This is also going to spread about 3 feet or so. I'll have a little bit of negative space. Now this is a design choice too. Some people want 100% coverage. That means all their plants are touching when they're fully grown in, but then there's like 60% coverage or less, say 25, and that might be more of like an arid garden. But there's many ways to do many styles. So you'll have to think, do I like all my plants being completely full, or do I like a little bit of negative space to let this mulch shine too? Hopefully that's helpful. If you guys have questions about this video or have questions just in general about landscaping, I'm happy to answer them. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you're not subscribing yet, please do, and I look forward to, well, I guess I won't see you, but maybe you'll look forward to seeing me. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching.